Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Detroit Lions. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Check 53.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Check three.
Here's Ty Johnson, rookie sixth-rounder from Maryland. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Charlie. 53, Mike. Here we go, 2.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Jackson to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Here I come. Check. Crunch. Mike 5-4.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Pilot, 64, weak.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Wow.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the first touchdown.
He just caught that. That was crazy.
Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Shoot!
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Eagle pressure. pressure, too much this time.
Oh my God, bro. They didn't let me throw that?
But the guy who's normally the last line of defense,
Come on, Madden.
recognizes
Don't
he
do
had
me
a
like
chance
that,
to get to the
bro.
quarterback, and that's exactly
Definitely had him burnt, too. The linebacker was not catching
And
it.
here now the punter, Martin,
That's
moving this
ugly.
one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they call a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go. Under 10. Under 10.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Now a play fake. Wentz. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Straight 15. 14, 82, 14.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
Big picks, baby. Big picks. Let's go, D.
Last week was a disaster.
Let's go,
5
D.
interceptions in that loss. And
Take that all day.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough
Give
game,
me that.
and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the out.
Hurry!
Safety's creeping.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
White. Topper!
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 22!
Hey. Go get him.
Hey, easy!
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike, 53. 59. 11. Cross the pass. Cross the pass.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Here's Sam Martin now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
On play action, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips.
That's a great pick
and
by
this
him.
one winds
That
up
is
getting
insane.
intercepted.
I thought I had him, too.
The offense
Great
now
pick,
at the
great
line,
pick.
ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's coming. Double up.
Black, come on. Hey, 37.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
54, Mike.
5.
54, 54. No gain on this Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Now Wentz on third down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
Sometimes I hate that right there. I feel like that's so garbage. Garbage, bro. Because it's mad, like, funny, like they be
when they
swerving.
see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the
Jesus
football,
Christ, that shit
I always hear
is
people go,
trash.
oh, he's sneaky athletic.
Hate that
No,
shit.
he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you?
No,
That's kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. On first and goal, Howard.
Oh,
And
come
he's gonna get about
on.
3
Why do we
yards
tackle
closer, and he's down to
backwards?
about the
Hit
2.
fucking, oh my God, bro.
If you're looking for glory, looking to
Niggas
get your
don't
name in the
tackle like
headlines,
that.
You do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what
Damn,
we
I
just saw
hate they
there?
hit him and
The
it fall
ability
back.
to
No,
hold
go
people
forward.
up,
Like, hit
take
him
on extra
backwards.
blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Let's go, big dog.
Howard.
Get in
And
there.
that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it third and goal.
Hey, D-line, let's get it. Bush. Check 3. 218, chop. What's this, son?
No, what the fuck?
Tag dog.
Now Howard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Bullshit.
A 21-yard attempt.
Missing. Bullshit.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, orbit.
On first and 10, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Damn.
Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On the ground, this is Johnson.
Oh, they call holding. Oh, my goodness.
So a decent
Come on,
game,
Madden.
but not on the penalty.
Oh,
Too
my
bad.
God.
They're pretty good about it.
Really?
The only people celebrating,
Holding?
the guys who just gave up that
You're
play.
killing me, bro.
They'll come up now
You're
on a
killing me,
second and
Madden.
long
Come
after the
on.
hold.
Come on.
Following the
Oh my
it's
God,
Johnson.
this is
And the
bullshit.
running lane's
They're jogging me
non-existent
right
in this
now.
first half as they'll stop him behind the
Jesus
line.
Christ.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts.
Yikes,
So that means
I
they're
can't
down to
believe
one
they called
remaining here
holding.
as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first
Fuck
and
that,
second
bro.
down went backwards. It's third and very long.
53, Mike, go.
Hey, box truck.
Here we go, D.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Johnson with a completion over the middle. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. The Eagles will take their third
That's
and
so
final
ass,
timeout.
bro.
As they'll
It's
head to
calling
the
fucking
sideline and
holding.
talk
What the
over what
fuck?
to do next. Here's Sam Martin
This is
now,
shocking.
as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today.
Damn, man. I can't believe they called that.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That shit's crazy, bro. I can't believe they called holding. Oh my God. That is pathetic.
Here we go. Waiting. 54. Sunday. Hey, empty. Listen.
Throwing on second and 8. Wentz, right side, caught by Jackson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Oh my goodness,
As he
bro.
gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
That was whack. No, I should have returned that. I was trying to get away from the other dude.
To the locker room. They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a
That's
chance
crazy.
for points
I
here
got a
going
pick,
into
though. I'll
intermission.
take it.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Damn, I wish I was getting ball at half, too, though, but it's all good.
Set. 250.
Check 53. I got you. Switch.
A first down carry here for Johnson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
No chance.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that,
Eat up too
you're
much
able to do
of my
so
clock.
many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. And this one, a 41-yard attempt.
I missed. Yeah, yo, that's crazy.
And Prater's not going to get this one.
My
Missed it.
God,
No
this
good.
game is
Wide to
killing
right.
me right now.
And this score will stay right where
Jesus
it is.
Christ.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, and in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They run with Howard.
Damn, man.
Not today.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick off in the second half.
Oh, my God, bro. Come on, man. Yo, this game is being retarded. Hit some right in the face mask. He can't put his hands up. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Down, the offense or the defense.
Oh, my God. Should have been a pick six.
4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for.
Should have been a pick six, bro.
Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Crazy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the give, running right is Howard. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now Wentz.
Oh, God.
Aguilar has it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I didn't want to. One thing I hate when people do comeback routes, bro. I hate getting beat on comeback routes. Shits are annoying. I didn't want to give that up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Wentz. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Protein spill.
On play action, Wentz. And that is incomplete here. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. This is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Omaha, ready, move. Check 37. Check
his defense.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it?
No! What
Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. He'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Go. Omaha, ready, move.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got Curse. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, baby.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Touchdown.
There we go.
A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't
he's
throw
over
4.
there. That's why I'm trying
What's
to
interesting
watch
is
it.
what do the coaches decide to
comeback
do
route
now?
is hideous.
Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Mike Daniels able to record his 5th sack of the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
Romeo Okwara providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with an inside downs.
I was trying to be out on that punt return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. 59! 53 run! Check 53. Hey, they scared.
Operating from the gun. Stafford got his man complete over the middle. That's Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Johnson always got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Here's Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play action. Stafford.
No! What the fuck?
Jones, and it's intercepted.
Wow, these niggas doing funny shit. Nigga threw it. Oh my God.
Will get the football back.
Jesus Christ.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Sunday. Watch the twins.
They'll try to run forward with Howard. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's 3rd and 7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
82, 82.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I don't think you got it, sir.
Hey, 50. Hey, high 7.
Back to throw, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Spencer. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
32.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
53, check 53.
Hey, Alpha.
Check 53, Mike. Check 53.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
17-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
They go with Howard again. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Switch, Sunday. What's this? 5-9.
Again, it's Howard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is, and in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Undercrush.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Check tight.
Shoot.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Down. 18 Gator.
Mike 40. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football. Low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Philadelphia, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All we got, we gon' let you have it. stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the